Hello, collective. Welcome and welcome back. We're going to get into a collective reading just to see what comes out. Not sure who it's going to be for. I don't have any channel messages or anything, but we're just going to see what comes out because that's going to be what you guys need to know, okay? I hope you're all doing well. Keep your head on the swivel, but still keep that sucker on straight, okay? It's a lot going on, but at the end of the day, you have power and autonomy over your own energy. So you don't have to succumb to, strategy, the card. It fell on the floor. So you could be tossing out or throwing away a strategy. There could also be somebody who tried to steal your strategy or eavesdrop, spy on you when it comes to the strategy that you want to implement. But you may be pivoting, okay? Because that could be necessary, especially if someone was trying to copy you or like, what am I trying to say? You know how when sometimes you start to do something a certain way and then somebody copies you and it loses its luster, like whatever you're doing, and the originality of it loses its potency. It's not as like hard hitting because a bunch of people started copying you. It's kind of like when somebody wears a certain style of hair or outfit and then it becomes popularized and mainstream and watered down, and it's just like, you ran it into the ground, sir, ma'am. It's not fun no more. That's kind of how I feel about tarot. Like, I really don't give a fuck. I don't care if y'all listen to me or not. I don't care if y'all agree with me, believe me or not. Like, I have learned that people, especially people on the internet who are chronically on the internet, majority of the time, not all people, a lot of you guys who are, sane, you keep your sanity and you keep yourself grounded. I'm not talking about y'all, but it's a lot of crazy people on the internet, man. And it's a lot of crazy people in this particular line of business. So at the end of the day, am I gonna be pressed? No, bitch. I'm gonna say what I feel like I need to say, do what I feel like I need to do, and then go on and carry about my business when this camera gets turned off. So I don't know. Maybe some of you guys have a very nonchalant attitude towards something or someone. There could be a person taking something super seriously, but because of the fact that you've been there already, look at the channel messages flowing out. When it's natural and you ain't got to force it, it just comes out, bitch. Some of these hoes out here on this platform be forcing channel messages, got y'all thinking crazy stuff, got y'all out here having neurosis of the brain because they talking a bunch of shit, talking about they channeling. That ain't channeling. That's lies. And I don't give a fuck who have a problem with it. I'm sick of these hoes out here lying on this here hobby that I like to do. But that's how I feel. Some of y'all may not care anymore. And it's like by the time somebody cares, y'all don't give a fuck. Cause y'all already been there, done that, got the shot glass t-shirt, everything, and you've seen the two faces. Maybe you've seen that somebody is two-faced and you try to tell people that they were two-faced and folks didn't want to believe you. Now somebody figured out that a person is two-faced and you like, yeah, bitch, that's what I said. I told you. Like, what do you mean? You expect me to jump all through the hoops and be around here flailing my arms like, yes, no, I already told you that. And when you didn't want to listen to me, I let it go. That's how y'all's attitude is coming through with this energy. Or you already let somebody know something was going to happen. They didn't believe you. Now it's happening. And you're like, yeah, duh. I told your ass that's what was going to happen. Child. I'm sick of these hoes coming over here to my channel and not shouting me out and taking my messages and then putting them on their channel like they the ones who pulled the cards. Fuck them hoes. Okay? But, everybody's going to make their own decisions in life. And in all honesty, folks can do whatever they want to do. And what you have to understand, if you're somebody who's watching this, who understands those sentiments and you feel You feel what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying. And it's something that gets under your skin or gets on your nerves or just something that you're irritated with that you don't really care for. Something that you try to avoid when you see it happening in people. If you're a person like that, listen, I'm here to tell you, folks, they gonna figure it out. It ain't gonna help you to live your life in a perpetual state of stress and anxiety because people do dumb shit. You gotta just let people do dumb shit and be dumb and find out the hard way. Bump their head, get their butt whooping from spirit. You gotta just let them do it. And it's like, yeah, I get that. It's important. You have to find balance. That's the point of this whole dance that we're doing with the universe. You have to find balance. And there are times where, yes, if spirit says you need to speak up and say something, speak up and say something. If you feel like it's on your heart and on your spirit to fight for a cause and stand up for a cause or stand up for someone less able, do that. Because I support that. But I also feel like it's important sometimes for people to like live their life to the fullest in the most productive way possible. And worrying about what the fuck other people have going on is not necessarily going to help with that. You can observe it so that you can strategize. You can observe it so that you can navigate and maneuver through situations and come out on top. But you won't benefit if you stand there and look at it too long, okay? Look at it long enough to know what the fuck is going on so that you can prepare as you move forward. But don't stand there distracted looking at it too long, because then you're going to get swept up in the winds of shit. And they stink. Trust me. Okay? Listen. What is the message, spirit, for the collective? What does the collective need to know? Look, the winds of shit. The winds of shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If you ever heard anybody tell you on this platform that I ain't about my motherfucking business, you need to start looking sideways. You start side-eyeing that bitch. Because why would I just talk about, how could I make that happen? You get what I'm saying? How could I fake that? Anyway. I'm talking shit today. We in Aries season, bitch. Anyway, the winds of shit. Now, this says storm warning, but it is card number 10, which signifies endings and ultimately new beginnings. For some of you guys, you could be in the eye of the storm. You could see the storm approaching. And you know what's crazy? I guess this is y'all's message. Because I was out and about yesterday. And my son, he all of a sudden at the last minute, asked me to go to his friend's baseball game. So I said yes because the park was only like 5 minutes away. It wasn't that far. 5 or 10 minutes. It was too long for him to walk, but it was short enough that I didn't get irritated having to drive. So I went ahead and dropped him off at his game. So while I'm driving, I'm getting this channeled message about storms. And I was basically Spirit placed me in the vision, in a point of view that I could see the storm coming towards me. But then it literally like veered off to the side and went around me, right? And lately, I think this is why I got this channel message. Because lately, Spirit has been drawing me to... I've been drawn to watching storm chaser footage of like tornadoes. Because of all those tornadoes that popped up recently in like the middle of the United States. So I was watching Ryan Hall because I like watching Ryan Hall. And he had the storm chasers on there. And I was like, oh man, that's crazy. And I was showing my kids like the videos and like showing them that that's validation of God. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care who you pray to, what you call it. I mean, don't pray to nothing evil, but God, source, spirit, universe, the most high, whoever you pray to, because what? I'm not your mama, right? You can call God whatever name you feel comfortable, but source, right? That's the power of the source of creation that has cultivated and created all of us and everything we see around us. And it's just so amazing to see how tornadoes move. And it's interesting because water is similar when it comes to like the suction of water. Like if you've ever let your bathtub out. So as a kid, I used to when I took baths, I would want to sit in the tub, and my mama used to be like, get out the tub. But I'd be like, no, because when you sit in the tub and you watch the water go down, you see the little water tornado. And I used to be so entertained. So that's what was like in my mind for the last few weeks. And basically, long story short, I had this vision of me as I was driving. It's like it came to me where there's a group of you guys who I feel, or I should say a group of us, because I feel like I'm included in this too. And I don't give a fuck who's mad that I'm putting myself in the reading. Fuck you, bitch. Go suck a dick. Basically, it's a group of us out there. It's a group of us who are doing certain things. We're creating certain art, or we're creating businesses, or we're creating change. There's a group of us out there that are doing things for our communities, trying to uplift people. You've been living your life right, quote unquote. Who's to say what's right or not? But you've been living your life in an upstanding way, and you've been wanting to basically like do the right thing. Okay, hold on real quick. Okay, I had to make sure my phone was on D&D so didn't nobody interrupt the reading. Somebody might be trying to interrupt you and distract you. Look, yin and yang is at the bottom, 22. That's master number. That's mastery of, it's feminine and masculine energy and knowing when to use each. Yeah, and then contract, card number 6. So 22, 10, and 6. Okay. 22, 10, and 6. 22 plus 10 is 32. Plus 6 is 38. 3 plus 8 is 11. Okay. Wow. That was fast. Look at that girl doing math. Anyway, there's a group of us who've been doing a lot of things for a long time in an effort to try to improve our own lives, or in an effort to try to improve not only our lives, but the lives of people around us. There's a group of us. There may be a group of y'all who are doctors, nurses, lawyers. You're fighting for the little guy. Maybe you like politics, or maybe you like environmentalism and nature, and you're out there trying to improve nature. Maybe you're somebody who's a veterinarian, or you enjoy taking care of animals and, protecting the environment for the animals, or protecting the animals so that they can live free in the environment. Whatever it is, that you've been doing to improve the quality of life that you have and the people around you. We're in this like area. It's like we were all, I couldn't see people's faces, but it was a group of people with me. And I was in the front looking at this big fat ass, big booty tornado coming towards us. And there are different types of tornadoes, but like it kind of looked like this, but it was a little bit fatter and straighter, right? So it was like I think they call it a wedge. Anyway, I'm learning new things, child. They call it a wedge. So it just looks like a big, like upside down triangle. So that was coming towards us. And I was just like standing there, but I didn't feel afraid. Like in my spirit, I didn't feel afraid. And it's literally like me driving. I'm zoning out, but I'm still like aware and conscious of what I'm doing. And sometimes when you have psychic abilities, or when you have some type of connection to the, invisible realms in that way, those messages come through while you're just doing regular things, and it just dawns on you. And as we're standing there, this tornado, it just looks like it's gonna rip us to shreds. Like it really does. It's like, it's the type of tornado where that you're not gonna be able to run. It's the type of tornado where you better grab onto whatever you can grab onto and pray to God that you could just survive. Pray to God that it moves through quickly, right? And for whatever reason, right as it was about to hit like this house that we were at in the fields, it veered off and went the other way and went around us and then just continued to go. And it was just this moment of like, yeah, whatever's going on, whatever I'm doing in life, whatever, situations that I've kind of navigated through and maybe not been sure of myself, it was a confirmation that we made the right decision. We chose the right path. We did the best we could, and it was approved by God, by spirit. And I was just like, wow. And because of this curve on the tornado, that's kind of how it feels like to me. I feel like also there's balance in the situation if you maintain balance within yourself. If you master or attempt, let's put it like that. If you, the action that you take is an attempt to master your masculine and feminine energy and master balance and fairness, and you identify and peep game on when you have to utilize the masculine and feminine energy, then whatever storm you're facing right now is going to balance out. There will be justice here. Some of you guys will have a new contract. Some of you guys will have some type of legal judgment. But I feel like you're going to be able to move forward and it's going to work out. Whatever that is, however it needs to work out. Your job is to understand that however it works out, it's in your favor, whether you can see it or not. Like, and I'm also just, while I look at these cards, I'm also just not in the mood for people who be complaining. I'm sick of the people who watch tarot who just complain and are negative all the time. And if you're like, well, how's it going to making excuses, go, leave, bye, child, okay? Because I don't have a problem with the people who are skeptical and coming in trying to figure out what's going on. What I have a problem with is those of you bitches who've been watching tarot for 5, 6, maybe 10 years and you still doubt. I really wish you would go somewhere and sit down and figure yourself out and pray about your life and get your shit together. Because it is so exhausting. Okay? 22. Yin and yang. Passive and active, intuitive and logical. Now the card says that it represents energetic life cycles. And the purpose is to help you identify the particular cyclic energy moving into or out of your experience. In its upright position, okay, it heralds a yin cycle. So it is upright. Yin is feminine, where most of the action seems to be happening under the surface of things. So this is like the seismic activity before an earthquake. Like you feel it in the earth on your feet. Now, this is a time of great receptivity, intuition, and gestation. Okay, what a baby does in a mama's belly. External circumstances may be forcing you to go within and examine present activity. It's an especially good time for completion. So wrap that shit up. Go find Dave Chappelle and ask him, can you borrow the wrap it up box? Because it's time to wrap that shit up. Yin cycles often call you to be passive, yielding, and reflective. So open up to these sides of your nature. Being more than acting is the intention here. So it's like your existence. How are you existing right now? What are you choosing to focus on? Your existence, your literal everyday, you know, the little things that you do on a day-to-day basis is how you exist. So Spirit wants you in those moments to focus on prioritizing what you want to see and cultivating that through how you exist on a day-to-day basis, right? So if you want to see yourself more healthy, the way you cultivate that into your existence is to start eating fruit every day, or start, you know, changing your diet, however, you know, your doctor says or whatever, okay? That also goes back to the vision when it comes to like the tornado being so big that there was literally nothing we could do. All we could do was exist in that moment and observe it. We couldn't run. We couldn't hide. There was nothing that we could do. If that bitch wanted to swallow us up and suck us up into the atmosphere, it was going to do that. And the only thing we could do was just be in that moment and observe it. So that may be a message for some of y'all. Anyway. Now, the storm warning says clouds on the horizon. So you basically see it coming. This card indicates a potential difficulty, either in the external world or within yourself and your emotional life. The difficulty is coming closer. You may have already heard rumblings of potential problems around you. The caution here is to be conscious, yet not fearful, okay? So conscious and aware of it. Don't push it away and ignore it, but also, your awareness should not be an awareness that's driven by fear, okay? Consider what's going on and look at the situation with calm clarity. Investigate your options and honor yourself and your intentions. Stand up for yourself and take action on your own behalf. As with all difficulty, even the worst storm passes. Always remember you have the power and the wisdom to handle whatever may come your way. So you can advocate for yourself and you can explore options. Maybe you can even rally support if you need someone with more expertise or knowledge about your situation. But the main thing is that you remove that fear. It's okay to know that there's fear, but it's also not okay to let it, engulf you. Because there's a lot of things that I'm scared of sometimes. But I'm just like, even though I may feel frightened, I also know that if I allow that fright or that fear to control me, I'm going to make a dumb, stupid decision, okay? Now, finally, which I feel like this talks about a settling of the storm after the new beginning hits. Like once it goes through, a lot of you are avoiding something. A lot of you, something is passing you by and it's not even hitting you. It's just the fact that you saw it and observed it and felt the wind blowing and couldn't get your bearings, that you were distorted or distracted or disheveled in the situation. Okay. Now, this says partnership, legal commitments. Okay. The contract card. My nose is stuffed up, y'all. And I'm just trying to do things to distract myself from not being able to breathe out one of my nostrils. Anyway, this card shows a contract in the background, ready to be signed, indicating a committed connection of some sort. This union may be a business deal, the sale of a home, a new job, or even a commitment in marriage. Whatever the connection, this card is more than a casual agreement. It's usually something that requires a document that's binding, at least for the time being. The scales of justice also indicate that if a legal action is underway, it's likely to turn out in your favor. This card shines a light on potential new opportunities, so remain aware and receptive to what may be coming your way, okay? So this storm is bringing in a new opportunity, a blessing in disguise. That's why I said, if you got your head right up your ass, you're going to miss it. That's why it's necessary for you to know when to have the more passive, receptive yin energy of the feminine, and when it's more necessary for you to have the active, action-oriented energy of the yang energy of the masculine. Something was creaking over here. I don't know what that was. Anyway, right now it's like they just want you to observe what's going on, child. What is going on, child? Some of you may have some court days coming up. Some of you may have legal action that you are taking yourself or that is being taken against you. But I feel like regardless, this situation more than likely will be favorable for you. Okay? And for the people who I feel like I said, have that track record, that good history, receipts of doing the right thing or trying to be on the right side of history, okay? This also could be somebody taking you to court, but you may avoid... oh, that was thunder, bitch. Not the thunder and the storm warning, and they talking about you hear rumblings. Child, what? It's cloudy, but I didn't know it was gonna rain. I know that might sound dumb, but I'm in Georgia, and sometimes it's cloudy and it don't rain, and sometimes it's sunny and it start thundering. It's weird. Anyway, I feel like you guys may get off with a slap on the wrist or a warning, or somebody may give you the benefit of the doubt or have more grace with you because you have a good history or a good track record. Maybe you don't have any type of legal issues or legal records in your past, so people are more willing to be lenient with you. This also could be a situation where if you're fighting for something that you believe in, people see the evidence that you're presenting and they, you know, they're looking possibly at the track record of the other people. Penny pinching, financial struggles, saving up, budgeting. So yeah, this could be any type of storm that's connected to finances or a lack of finances. Okay. Key player, important person playing an essential role, irreplaceable. Okay. And then fuego, chemistry, intense passion, things are heating up. So you guys are key players, or there's a key player here that's connected to the financial issues that you're having. You could be a key player or playing an essential role in something. It's like somebody needs you for something. I don't know. That's interesting. I kind of want to see real quick what that is. What is that? Not this deck, though. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Wait. I've been letting my sons listen to 90s music and 2000s music, which they always have done. But it's just certain songs that are coming up that I let them hear. And they be like looking at me crazy. It's hilarious. Anyway, so penny pinching with this key player and fuego energy. What is that? So the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like, yeah, key player. It's like your value is being confirmed. The Queen of Pentacles is a key player energy. It's somebody who plays an essential role. She's a person who has resources. She has value. Even if she has to penny pinch, clip coupons, bargain shop, go to the thrift store. Whatever the Queen of Pentacles has to do, she does it because she has the knowledge and the resources to know how to do so. And that's a very vital ability or skill to have, is somebody who's frugal. I feel like you guys are frugal. And whatever you're doing, your value, I feel, is increasing. Even if you didn't have the money or the capital, you still have the spiritual capital. You still have the value. I feel like you guys are going to be getting excited about something soon. This is a confirmation strength card and the Queen of Cups. Ooh. I also feel for some of you, your emotions play a huge role on something working in your life. So if you feel afraid, or if you feel insecure, or if you feel attacked by the negative voices in your head telling you that something is bad or it's not going to work, that dictates your results on a major level. I feel like this is also about brave people, like I said earlier. Leo, you could be a Leo, you could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could have a Leo child, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What else, Spirit, for the collective? Oh my God, they're all reversed. 2 cards. Oh, that's good to be reversed. The Chained card, love bombing, that's good to be reversed. What is going on? Yeah, so some of you may feel like you hit a brick wall. Defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. Laughter, wholeness, overjoyed, smiling. I feel like some of you don't know that you've been released from bondage. And that's why this lucky break is in reverse, because you still feel, because possibly, okay, don't bring anything into your life that doesn't belong. Use your intuition. Like and subscribe, y'all, to continue to catch the vibe. Thank you so much. So because there's still financial struggles, or because you're in the eye of the storm, kind of like experiencing a situation, this lucky break hasn't happened yet. But it also helps for you to see situations clearly. I just feel like you guys don't know that you've been released from some type of chains. Codependency, unhealthy attachment weighed down. So you're lightening your load, removing unhealthy attachments, avoiding people, places, and things that are, you know, attached to codependency. Right? We have spilling the beans in reverse, which says revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, untrustworthy. So you may not even be sure if you can trust someone or not. You may not have all the information, but I feel you're following your intuition. The secret is still hidden. The cat is still technically in the bag. And you may feel like you can still trust someone, but, or you, no, you may feel like you can't trust a person, but you don't know why. That's kind of what it is. Now, love bombing as well. Overly attentive, shower with affection, personal gain. There are people around who I feel are not codependent, who you can trust, who are coming into your life because I feel this lucky break or this good fortune. It says good fortune, good things coming, turning point. So yeah, the turning point I feel is coming in the near future because of this contract energy. Because the contract to me brings resolution to whatever situation of lack that you're experiencing. Okay? This could even be situations that are happening because of this retarded orange man doing retarded things with his retarded friends. You know what he remind me of? That little boy who was like, they was asking him why did he crash his grandmama's truck? And he was like, I just like to smoke with cigarettes and do hood rat things with my friends. That's what Trump reminds me of. Anyway, you can get mad if you want to. I don't care. This is the whole situation here where it's like, until you meet people who can be trusted, who are in your life for the right reasons, and who are not codependent on you or having, negative things that affect them and ultimately affect you, until that happens, this turning point is not going to happen. It's like spirit wants you to remove all of the negativity so that you can feel this laughter, happiness, joy, and feel whole as a human being. And you might be like, you might be frustrated because you like, bitch, what I'm doing don't have nothing to do with these other motherfuckers and what they doing. And I get that. But it's like there's something about it that your spirit team wants you to reevaluate. I also feel like if you already remove people from your life, the energy just has to catch up. And I feel like the storm is clearing out any leftover remnants of whatever these people's influence caused. Okay. What else for the collective? Inferno, chaos, job loss, everything crumbling, fighting, trust issues, one-sided, detached, sick and tired. Tired of being sick and tired. Cycles over it, decision made. So that's what this is. You've officially made a decision because of the results that have been happening in your life by being around people. You may have lost a job. Everything may have crumbled around you. You may have a bunch of legal issues, be dealing with chaos. It's just, you feel trapped. And the people around you, it's like, damn, are you here to hurt me or help me? Which one is it? Because y'all are fighting about this. That's why I said trust issues. You don't know the proof. You don't have the proof. Everything is still kind of underneath the surface with a person. But like, you're questioning why somebody is in your energy, why somebody's around you, why people are in your life. Because you're sick and tired of the results coming back shitty for you and these people still being around, and it kind of like, you may even be looking at people around you not as like competitive or comparison, but you may be looking and like, wow, how come everybody in my life is doing well, but I'm fucked up? But I'm doing everything in my life possible. I'm doing everything I can to get my life on the right track. But it just seems like there's always these problems. But everybody comes around me and they're hunky dory and everything's fine. And it's not like you're just observing them on social media. This would be people who you know, right? Like people whose situations you know. I've had plenty of times in my life where I've been around people and I've been doing so good and having so many things happen that are positive, and then all of a sudden, whoever the fuck over here or whoever the fuck over there starts coming around, wanting to call me all the time, be on the phone, monopolize my energy, text me all the time, interrupting me, distracting me from what I'm doing. And it's like, you don't try to succumb to that. You don't just willingly say, yeah, fuck up my life, so and so. That's not what you're saying. It's just life happens, and then you realize and you look up like, oh, now all of a sudden I'm in the position that you were in, and you've replaced your fucked up shit with my blessings. Something ain't right. And that's just what it is. So you could be fighting with somebody because you don't trust them, and you feel like it's one-sided. Because it is. This person is love bombing you. They're gaslighting you. Because I feel like they're trying to convince you that for whatever reason, your bad fortune is something to do with you, but really it's something to do with them. Their bad luck is connected to them and wanting to transfer to you. Now you have guidance, faith, healing, intuition, and dreams, soul contract, soulmate partnership, spiritual union. So yeah, this is a person who you have some type of soul contract with, or that you guys have a connection to this person that psychically is deeper than just, surface level shit. That's why their energy is able to affect your life. Okay. Ooh, not the Five of Swords. When I shuffle, girl. Okay, so for the collective spirit, let's see. What is the message that you want the collective to know? Judgment. They're trying to get you to see. This is a wake-up call. Also, not the horn beeping. Also, judgment is being passed on someone. Oh my God, there's so much noise. It just caught me off guard. Who's involved with this situation besides the collective? The Queen of Swords. Okay, I want to also rephrase. Who is this energy up here talking about when it comes to the collective? The Seven of Wands. You could have a lawyer involved, a Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius. I wanted to say Taurus for some reason, Gemini, or a Virgo. Okay. So I feel like the Queen of Swords is helping you. The Seven of Wands is the person who's causing the problem, being defensive, trying to gaslight you, trying to flip your words. Stuff like that. Trying to catch you off guard or surprise you or shock you when it comes to something that's going on so that you're not prepared. Maybe they could even be coming at you with a small majority of haters who are just as pathetic as they are, right? What's the collective's energy? The Lovers. What's the advice? The King of Wands. Interesting. And then we have the Fool card. So this is definitely about a leap of faith. Jumping out of the burning tower. Jumping out of that burning tower so that you don't go down with it. Detaching from someone so that you don't go down with them. To be honest with you, you want to heal. You are the star. You could be a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, or Scorpio. Your advice is the King of Wands, so you may need to embody that masculine King of Wands energy, who is very intuitive. The King of Wands can be psychic. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, all of the really, to be honest with you, I feel like all of the court cards can be psychic in their own way. Yeah, Eight of Cups. You're moving away from this chaotic situation because you're not getting what you need. You're not getting a harvest on your investment. It's just loss. Loss, 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 loss. And now it's time to balance it out. It's starting to make sense to you after all this time, the pattern. You could be rescinding your offer or rescinding your investment. I feel like Spirit has been trying to get you to see what all this is going on. What's the Judgment? Yeah, Five of Wands, Page of Cups. Starting to notice the conflict. It's like a child who's in their room listening to their parents arguing through the wall. You can hear it. You can feel it. You can sense it. And you want to leave it behind you. You don't want to be involved with the drama. You want to be innocent. Because you know folks is about to get judged. Yep, Seven of Swords. Somebody could be trying to attach you to their bullshit. Yeah, but you know who the problem is with this Hermit. You've identified, you've gone within and figured out where the you've gone within and figured out where the snake is. Why did that card just flip out my hand like that? It's like somebody doesn't want you to have this information. They're trying to avoid getting caught, but I feel that they will be caught because they're sloppy. Whoever this is. I feel like somebody is trying to cause a problem for you when they know you're innocent. They may be trying to set you up for the okie doke. They could be trying to set you up, make you be the scapegoat, energetically or literally. Y'all, I'm just saying. It's like they're going to try to blame you like you were the one, like you were the mastermind behind something. No, bitch. Make that clear. Because that's a definite fuck you, okay? Somebody's trying to get away with everything before the shit hits the fan. It's like Ghislaine Maxwell's father. He left his whole family broke and destitute. Oh, man. What's the Queen of Swords for the people involved? Okay. Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the King of Cups. So there could be a water sign masculine, feels strongly like a Scorpio. An air sign feminine, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly a Virgo or another Scorpio because they can come through as air. And the Judgment card is here. I feel like you're telling somebody something that frightens them or makes them feel attacked. Maybe you're telling them the truth. Maybe you're standing up for yourself. Maybe you made a choice about what you want to do in a situation and the action that you want to take. And it's got somebody on edge. Because the only reason why they would be on edge by the truth is if they're lying, you know? Or if they're benefiting falsely off of the back of your work, literally or figuratively. Four of Pentacles. Yep. Stingy energy. Somebody who's broke. And they may not want to come off that way, but I feel like they are. Or they're a person who's trying to come off broke just because they're cheap. But they're not broke. Okay. Somebody who could be a little bit possessive, manipulative, conniving, snake oil salesman energy, used car salesman energy. Somebody who's very covetous. Trying to hold on to whatever little power that they have because they know it's slipping away. They're already in a Four of Pentacles position, and then they lose more and have less. They're already in the Four of Pentacles, and then another loss comes in and it takes them down to the Two. because they did something stupid, I feel, with the Knight of Wands that they thought was going to get them a victory, but they had a loss. I don't know who this is or what it's about. They went from 4 of Pentacles to 2 Pentacles. Because I feel like they spent money doing something that they thought was going to get them ahead, but really it put them behind. So now not only are they broke from being broke, or, not only are they in a position where it's already precarious, but them spending money to try to be sneaky and get ahead, and then they lost, put them in a worse financial situation. You know what I mean? It's like somebody who pays somebody who, puts a hit out on somebody and it don't work, and then they get caught and go to jail. It's like, now not only are you broke, but your ass is in jail. Or somebody who spends a lot of money taking someone to court because they think they got a case, because they're probably very egotistical and being gassed up by a bunch of idiots. And then they spend all this money on a lawyer. They spend all this money on court fees just to lose. What's the Page of Cups and the Five of Wands? I just want to see. Phew, the Wheel of Fortune, bitch. I knew it. And Judgment? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody wanted to shift the blame on you. That was their strategy. Plant evidence on you to make you look guilty. Set you up and record you to make you feel guilty or make you look guilty. It's like somebody wanted to fabricate things. It feels like somebody may have even forged things. It's like doing something that is forceful, trying to force the wheel in a certain direction, or to shift the blame in a very trickster type of way to get what they want. And it did not work, because I feel like that trick backfired. What they thought was going to make you look stupid or make you look guilty or put you in the hot seat, ultimately put them in the position where they were being judged, or where people were looking at them sideways. Yeah, the Emperor and the Four of Pentacles. There could also be a change of an authority figure. Like somebody's boss could have been replaced with someone new. Now someone new is coming in there and it's like, oh shit. Or a judge could have been changed. Like there could have been a case that was transferred to a different judge, and now it's like, oh shit, we don't know what to expect from this judge. I also feel like this is somebody who wanted to shift power or shift ownership of something from one person to another. Whoever was trying to shift or be shifty or tricky like a trickster, sneaky like the Seven of Swords, snake-like, slippery, all this type of stuff. They were doing this because they wanted to like change the dynamic and move it to be in their favor. I feel like this is because somebody wanted to hold on to the power. So they did something sneaky to cause a chaos or cause a distraction, a disruption, a diversion, to take the attention off of them and put it on you or put it on someone else so that they could get away without being discovered. But they were sloppy. They left some type of evidence. What's the King of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Knight of Wands? Oh my God. Y'all. The Four of Cups is reversed on the floor. Yeah. So they accepted a deal, or they accepted some type of offer. Hold on. The Tower, bitch. And the Five of Swords. I knew it. I was going to say, okay, so this is what it is. This person was happy when the tower started falling for you. This person was happy when the destruction began. This person was happy when you lost your job. This person was happy, and, it's like Spirit tricked them. Spirit tricked them by thinking they were something was working. And meanwhile, update on the rain. It thundered one time and it's now the sun trying to come out, child. Okay. False alarm, bitch. So hold on, let me check because this might cut off. I'm running out of storage space. Anyway, if this person all of a sudden started appreciating you, being nice to you, doing all these things, you knew it was fake. And they were doing it for their own best interest because they wanted to be able to keep the power that they had. They had to come up with a way to win at all costs, because even though it's like this person was looking at the signs and interpreting them wrong. They were looking at what was happening and thinking that it was all associated with their plan working. If they thought that it was all associated with them being able to take you down or have some type of victory and success, getting what they want. This person is willing to fuck. I was about to say, this person is willing to fuck their mama over if they have to. They're willing to hurt whoever and whatever is in the way of them getting what they want. And I feel like they think that they're winning. That's the crazy part. That's why when you deal with insane people like this, lunatics doing ludicrous shit, you just got to let them do whatever they're going to do, because they're going to be the product of their own demise. That's what this person, they're delusional. And it doesn't come out necessarily in the cards, but I'm telling you, they're delusional, because we saw that 5 of Cups, which means they went from the 4 of Pentacles to the 2 of Pentacles because they took a loss. They took a loss. But they're sitting here as that's happening, gloating or, in this revelatory energy as if they won. But the tower that they're witnessing, they think it's your tower, but it's actually theirs. So they're over here cheering for the tower, but the tower is coming for them. It's like the tornado coming for them. And when it shifts and avoids where we're standing, this person is going to be looking like, what? But it's going to be too late. There's a lot of people involved. It's like everything is crumbling around this person and they still think, oh, it's okay, I won. It's crazy. What's the 7 of Wands? The King of Pentacles reversed and the 10 of Pentacles. Like I said, somebody is fucking with the money. I don't know what this is. It's either a broke person that's trying to look like they got money, or a person who has money that's trying to look broke. But either way, the King of Pentacles reversed is somebody inconsistent. They're unreliable. They're not trustworthy with finances. You can't trust what they're doing with their money. You can't trust what they're saying they're doing with the money. It's somebody who's codependent, who need to live with folks in order to survive. They don't have their own shit. They mooch off other people. If they are wealthy, it's because they cheated others out of their wealth. That's the type of person who this is. They can't, even if they do win, even if they do have some type of financial security, they don't keep it. It burn a hole in their pocket. World card, 5 of Cups. A cycle is coming to an end with this person where they've been able to siphon things from people. They're not getting another chance. This person is not, their contract is not being renewed. They're no longer having any extensions. And that's why I said, like, maybe some of you guys, this is a work thing where you're being given the opportunity because this person has proven themselves to be unworthy. This could be a situation where things are turning out in your favor because this person's history and track record is shit. You're about to understand where the money has gone, or people are figuring out where the money went to, or something like that. This is a masculine, it feels like. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It could be a Leo or Scorpio or an Aquarius with the World card, but I just don't know. It feels like an earth sign energy. And if it's not an earth sign, it's like a water sign, but I feel like it's a Scorpio because the Scorpio's on the world card. And the Five of Cups is usually like Scorpio energy. Could be Cancer as well. It's like this person is walking away with nothing. But it's not nothing because you still have the Two of Cups. But see, because they're such an idiot, they don't see that. You get what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to walk away with nothing. But they're going to end up walking away technically with nothing because of how they view wealth, how they view value, what they see as important. It could be a very materialistic person, right? And they're like, oh, I can't leave with nothing. But if you turn around, you fucking goof, you're going to see the Two of Cups there. But they don't see that as important. And it's just like, okay, well then have nothing then, bitch. All this fighting that they did. What's the King of Pentacles reversed and the Ten of Pentacles? The Strength. You've been fighting this person for a long time. If you are a Leo, this is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Cancer energy. Page of Swords, King of Swords. I feel like you guys, some of you guys don't see that your bravery really like KO'd this person. Like, you being brave really knocked it out the park for this and solidified the outcome. You may have asked a lot of questions that were hard questions. You may have sought out research that somebody made it very difficult for you to find. But either way, it's like, I feel like you're finding out now that it's over or you don't have to fight anymore. Your son could be being brave and standing up against their father. If anybody was trying to cause problems amongst you and your loved ones, your family, yeah. I feel like that's over with. Like, if somebody was trying to cause a rift between you and your spouse, like maybe your brother, your sister, that's done because folks are standing up to this bully. If it's like a father-son situation, I feel like the son was brave enough to question the father. Maybe even, because that dynamic with men, father and son dynamics are crazy. Six of Swords. There's communication coming in as well. You could be moving and relocating soon. Spirit is guiding you away from this situation. You're getting to solid ground. That Mary J. Blige song came up in my head too the past few days. That song where she said, take me as I am. Take me as I am. And I think she said something about being on solid ground. Yeah, she's older now. Yeah, she wiser now. Can't disguise her now. She don't need no one telling her what to do and say. No one telling her who to be. She's been lost and found. She's on solid ground. Something like that. Now she answers to God. And she's confident this is not the end. What'd she say? Ask me how I know, 'cause she is me. I know that's right. You know I've been holding on. Tried to make me weak, but I still stay strong. Put my life all up in these songs, just so you can feel me, so you can get the real me. So take me as I am, or have nothing at all. Okay, period. My mama bought me that album when it came out. I was young. Listening to Mary J. Anyway, I feel like you're being moved. You're moving forward from some type of stagnancy. What's the Lovers for the collective's energy? Strengthen the Hierophant. So you could be a Gemini, a Sag, a Taurus, a Libra, but some of you may be a Leo. It just, Scorpio, Aquarius. Take it how it resonates, child. You could be any sign, to be honest with you. But, I feel like you've been consistently trying to bring things together or change things when it comes to your circumstances by being more balanced and being more consistent. Also being committed to what you believe is true and making choices that are centered more around logic instead of just illusions. It's like you're trying to make decisions from a place of what's real versus what's imaginary. Whether that means that, somebody could be intimidating you, trying to scare you, and you're not letting it get to you to make you afraid. Or whether that's like you literally seeing like, hey, there's only so much I can do right now. So I'm going to make the decision that seems the most logical in this moment for what my capabilities realistically are. Like that kind of feels like what it is. Then you have the Queen of Cups. I also feel like you've been it's like you're in a place where I feel like you're understanding what's important. Six of Cups. You could be a mother taking care of your kids. Feeling very committed to balancing things out, balancing the scales. It's about your choices, learning from the mistakes of the past, not being naive about the mistakes you may have made in the past. Yeah, Two of Cups. It's like you're really taking an honest look at what got you here to this point and making decisions from the most grounded place possible. What's the Lovers, the Hierophant, and the Temperance? Yes. The naive bubble has burst, right? Like the bubble that you were in that told you, oh, so-and-so would never do that to me. Oh, that's burst. Anybody who's willing to do anything, child. I never put anything past people. That's what's crazy to me because, like, it don't make no sense how on the internet sometimes people will be like, oh, I can't believe this celebrity would do this or this politician would do that. Why? Why, bitch? Why don't you believe that they would do that? Do you know them personally? Do you know who they are? When I say things to people, and listen, a lot of y'all already know what's going on. You already picking up what I'm throwing down. I ain't got to explain shit to you. You already feel me. You rock with me. You roll with me. You understand where I'm coming from and how I communicate. So I really appreciate y'all. But there are a lot of people who are out there naive, thinking like, okay, like when I say things like bitches be out here reporting my content on purpose to try to fuck with my views. Bitches for years since I started this channel have been trying to take it down because they felt threatened by my abilities, because they knew I was the motherfucking truth. It's not an ego thing. I don't care. I care because I don't like when people try to take food out of me and my kids' mouth off of some petty vengeful shit. That's why I care. That's why I talk about it. Because as soon as you stop talking about it, people forget. And it's like, you got to advocate for yourself at the end of the day. If somebody was raping you your whole life and people told you, oh, stop talking about it, how would you feel? You get what I'm saying? And I know that's a drastic example, but sometimes we need examples that are going to slap us in the face to understand what the fuck is going on. The childhood bubble has burst. Working through the negative memories of the past, trying to heal from the PTSD. Whatever it is that y'all are doing, you're moving forward to this new place, to this new beginning, this place of joy, peace, happiness, solid ground, security, stability. But you're going into whatever this new thing is with a more, I feel it's with a more realistic perspective, but not like you're not going to ever dream again. It's like you're going into this knowing that anything could happen. And you aren't necessarily, fearless all the time, but it's like whatever comes, you're preparing yourself for it. And you're like, look, it is what it is, and I'm going to figure it out. I also feel like you trying to work something out with somebody or make something work with somebody was leaving you consistently exposed and vulnerable to their shit. Tower. 5 of Swords. I'm telling you. Somebody was literally trying to destroy your security and stability. They may have been trying to get your kids taken away from you. They may have been trying to put you in jail with the Tower card and the 6 of Cups. They may have been trying to steal your innocence, like make you look guilty, like I said, set you up as the scapegoat. That was their plan. Because if they could get somebody in the community, I've been telling y'all, I don't know who the fuck this is who's using a pastor, a preacher, a priest, somebody from the church, the fucking Vatican, the Pope, bitch. I don't know who you are, who you know. But somebody is using someone in the community, like a trusted person in the community, to help defame you. Because that motherfucker is crooked. Or they're just naive to this person's behavior. But whoever that is, if they were naive to this person's behavior and they didn't know that they were helping a criminal or helping somebody who was abusing you, they're starting to peep game. And this person it's like all of a sudden, it's like this person is putting 2 and 2 together of why they're using your actions as like the puzzle pieces, and they're like looking at your actions and they're like, damn, Collective did this, they moved, like, why did they do that? It's like they're questioning these things, and it's starting to dawn on them that whoever they're helping or whoever they're vouching for, they're not to be trusted. People are seeing the clarity of this person's actions, and there is somebody here advocating for you in this situation. It's like you've been constantly trying to work something out with a ghost. You've been trying, the reason why they're a ghost is because the version of you, the version of them that you see and are trying to work out things with, doesn't exist. What's the King of Wands for the advice? Justice, bitch. And we're going to put it the other way. Why? 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. So your advice and the way that you gain justice in this situation is to set strong boundaries, block this person, do something by yourself, because you have the power to. It was never supposed to be them included. The fact that you feel like you need them, or the fact that they tried to force their way into being included, has created a lot of problems for you when it comes to blocking your blessings and missing opportunities. Stay on task, stay on schedule, do things ahead of time, prepare as much as you can for whatever may come. But justice is here. I feel like that's your advice. The justice is here regardless, because I feel a lot of you have already chosen to take these particular steps, to do something on your own, to set boundaries, even if it requires for you to have more stress or financial burden. This is a confirmation that you're weathering this storm properly. Yeah, Queen of Cups and the Tower. Ooh, I wanted to put it like that. So you're watching this tower fall. I feel like the more boundaries you set, or the more distance you create between you and this person, the more independent you're going to feel, the more balanced you will feel, the more productive you will be. Spirit is guiding you to see that the inferno happening in your life, or the tornado that you feel like you're in your life, is because you're constantly fighting with this person because you can't trust them, because it feels like they're sabotaging you, which they are. And the fact that you're arguing with them about it and they're not validating you, they're invalidating your feelings by not acknowledging and taking accountability for their bullshit, puts you in a state of chaos that's unnecessary all the time. And that's what Spirit is saying. Like, hey, that's why you need to just say fuck them, because they're constantly having you in this state of chaos and constantly in a state of imbalance, because they want you to, they don't care if they're fucked up in life. They don't care if they're broke. They don't care if they got to suck a dick to get a meal. They don't give a fuck. Whoever this person is would be happy rolling around like a pig in shit if they don't have anything, but you also don't have anything. That's the Five of Swords. That's envy. It's not jealousy. That is envy. That's the energy of if I can't have you, no one can. So somebody attempts to push you off a cliff, metaphorically. Or if I'm not happy, you're not going to be happy. So I'm going to ruin everything that you have. If this person spent half the time focusing on their own fucking shit that they do, focusing on destroying yours, they would be a lot further along. And that's the part that they didn't see with that Five of Cups. That's the part that they didn't see with that King of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles. When I told y'all that this person feels like they're left with nothing. No, if you minded your own business and worried about doing what you need to do to get yourself ahead, bitch, you would have a lot more. Even if it looks like, collective, we don't have a lot, or if it looks like we took a loss, we did not. I'm here to tell you what's happening next with this situation. Beacon, you're gonna see a ray of hope out of this situation. Okay, able to stand your ground. I told you, on solid ground. Answers, knowing why won't help. You already know the truth. Time to unlock new doors. And sweet release. Still hooking up, mostly about sex. Keep your heart safe. So what's going to happen next is that you're going to see a way out of the situation, right? You're not going to get the answers. That's why those cards are in reverse. You're not going to get the answers to confirm that this is actually true. But the way that you're going to know it is true is that things are going to start to open up. The clouds are going to start to clear. The storm is going to pass. It's going to avoid you, like I said, with that channeled message. And this person is going to come back around trying to butter you up. You know, they're going to try to, you know, brown nose you, suck up to you, kiss your ass, you know, do all of that type of stuff. Or say that they're still in love. They still want you. And even if you're not having sexual intercourse with this person, they are going to still try to siphon your emotional energy. What's the beacon? The Ace of Cups. There's a miracle. Some of you guys are getting a raise, a bonus, a promotion, an increase in your income, or some type of recognition after a long period of time that creates a blessing in your life. With the Nine of Cups, people are going to start seeing what's going on. I feel like this person is lurking and watching as you're getting all of these wishes fulfilled or getting something that you have prayed for. You're getting something that you want when it comes to your professional career, whether you have a job, a business, or you're doing a particular thing. You could even get the opportunity of a lifetime. Like I don't know what you do. I'm just seeing makeup artists for some reason. Maybe you get to do somebody famous's makeup and you get a lot of exposure. I don't know what that is, but that's the vibe, bitch. Okay. What's the overall advice for the collective? Y'all be sure to like the video. If you want to book a personal right now, I have lowered the prices recently, you guys. And oh man, it's just funny shit. I've lowered the price recently, you guys. So if you want to book a personal, I would definitely suggest starting with the Divine Angel Advice, the Divine 33 Angel Advice, because it is the most affordable. Or you can do the one question, yes or no answer That gives you a little bit more information because I use tarot cards with that one. But what am I trying to say? Now you got to look at when this video was released. I'm dedicating the next 24 to 48 hours to get you guys your readings on a quick turnaround. Okay. So if you want to go ahead and book, click the link in the description box, you guys. It'll take you right to the page, and make sure you read the FAQs so that you know what to expect. But like I said, if you book today, when you see this, okay, which today is March 30th, 2026, I will be devoting the next 24 to 48 hours to get your reading out before that whole time period. Okay, let me know in the comments if this resonated, you guys. What's the advice, Spirit, for the collective? Oh, let go. Improving health. Take action. Yeah. So something about your health is going to improve. Again, disclaimers in the description box. I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist. So please don't be an idiot and take this as medical, legal, or psychological advice. Seek out a professional. I'm not responsible for your choices and decisions, and you cannot blame me for what happens based on what you do off these readings. I have to say it. It's tarot readers out here getting sued. That's why I told y'all, don't trust all these hoes. They're crazy. I'm crazy, but I'm knowingly crazy. I'm crazy in a way where all the people who observe me call me crazy, but I really know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I did the name of the channel on purpose for that reason. Anyway, something in your health is going to improve, or you're going to start to feel better. Okay. Why? Because you're letting go of this person or this situation, and it's allowing you, like I said, to be more productive. 8 of Pentacles, take action. That's what it is. So I hope that helped you guys. I look forward to doing your personal readings. I really enjoy those. And the Divine Angel 333 readings have really been on point. Like, I don't know what it is, but they've really been on point. So I can't wait to do your readings. If you want to donate or contribute, it is really helpful right now. I'm trying to pay my bills and my rent and my light bill with all of these increasing costs, you guys. And if you would like to donate, use the PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. They're linked below. You never have to donate. Don't let these bitches fool you. Always advocate for yourself, okay? Or leave me a comment, like the video, hype me up, engage with the content. That also helps. But with whatever you do moving forward, I would really focus on continuing the momentum that you've built and not letting anyone distract you from your focus. Okay? Love y'all. See you next time. Bye.